Welcome to IT Handy Guide tutorial. My name is Kevin. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to install Apache. Okay, so if you try to Google Apache for Windows, and the first result will be this one. And here are all the results that you can download the Apache. And if you realize that, you will say this one is actually a bundle tool. So what does the bundle tool mean? Bundle tool means when you install this one, that will also install MySQL, PHP, and another software together. If you want to install only Apache, then you need to select Apache Launch. So in the Apache Launch, you can download the Apache 64-bit just by clicking this. So it will download a zip file. If you want to install 32-bit, yes, you can download this one. But it's depending on your operation system. If your operation system is 64-bit, then I suggest you to download this one. Alright, so basically, there's a few things I need to discuss with you about the versioning. Firstly, I need to let you know about the versioning. So in on 24 June 2022, here, at this date, it actually released 2.4.54, and in this date they publish 2.4.53. and if you keep scrolling down, you will realize in 2019 it already published 2.4, and I'm pretty sure 2.4 actually published for several years, and therefore I will say the 2.4 is quite mature and quite reliable. So you can always use 2.4. And if you know about the semantics versioning, you can just Google it. With this one, you will see there's a major, minor, and patch. Okay, what does that mean? If you have a versioning like this, so it's like major and the minor and the patch. Okay, and just to make it simple, so if you have a version is like 2.4.54, and if you fix a bug, what will happen is next version will be 2.4.55. So you can see in Apache, they actually only update the patch version. So that means they actually fix a lot of bugs, but they didn't update any minor version, they didn't update the major version. So what is the minor version mean? Minor version means when you try to add more feature, more function, and still in a backwards compatible manner, then you can increase the minor version. So in this case, that will become 2.5.0 like this. Okay, what about if you create a lot of feature and it is not backward compatible manner? In this case, the next version will be 3.0.0 like this. Okay, but we don't have all this version. So far, we're still under 2.4. That means they don't have new feature, and they can always they can always in a backward compatible manner, because they only fix the bug. So we can understand in this way. Alright, so what I'm trying to telling you is say 2.4 is quite reliable version, so you can just use 2.4. It doesn't really matter use 2.4, 41, 53, 54, doesn't really matter what version you choose. As long as you are under 2.4, then you are fine. Okay, in this case, I'm going to download the latest version and install the latest version right now. Okay, so here is my computer, and I'm going to okay, what I have done is I have already downloaded Apache 2.4.54 into the computer already, and this is a zip file. So I'm going to open the C drive. I try to copy this C file into C drive, and it doesn't allow me to do that. So what I can do is to create a new folder in the C drive and copy this zip file and unzip by 7zip software. 7zip is a free compression software. You can use it. Extract to this folder and get into here, copy Apache 24, come back to the C drive, move to here and delete the new folder. So if you go to the Apache 24, you don't need all the text files. You can delete this. Okay. If you get into bin, you will realize there's a httpd.exe. This is your Apache command. Okay. This is Apache command. So if you want to check the version, you can go to the detail. Then you will see this is the version. Okay. So we have done this. Okay, the next thing I'm going to introduce the CMD. As I say, this is the command. Okay, I need to open the command prompt as an administrator. Okay, so this is the command. So how can you use this command? I make it simple. There's a command, it's called, I need to copy, -t. -t means test. Okay, so if I type httpd-t, it will say it's not recognized. But if you go inside into this folder, then you type this again, it will say, oh, there's something wrong and syntax okay. So that means this command is actually can be executed. Okay, but I don't want to. I will tell you about the -t later. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is I don't want to keep changing my directory into this folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this directory into the system variable. So how can I get into the system variable is right click this PC, property, and then go to advanced system setting, environment variable. So in the system variable, try to search path, edit, new. So you can add Apache bin over here, press OK, press OK, press OK, and close this one, and close this one again. So you can open the command prompt again, run as an administrator. So what you can do is you can double check your path. So you can see, oh, Apache bin has been added. Okay, so in this case, you can execute this command. Oh, not this one. httpd-t. Okay, so you don't have to change your directory into the Apache bin. You can just type this command, then you can execute. All right. So this is what I have done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to install the Apache to the service. At the moment, there's no. If I go to the service manager, there's no Apache over here. There's no Apache over here. So what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is to, oops, let me close this one, try to open this again. So what I'm going to do is to type this command. And the -k means enforce. I enforce to install Apache service into the service manager. So if I type this, press enter, it will start to install Apache service into the service manager. So if you refresh over here, you will see this. This is the Apache. Okay, so you can right click and select start, then it can start the Apache. So you can stop as well. You can restart if you like. So over here you can stop. Okay, so if you have any trouble to start Apache, you can type this command. So that will enforce to start the Apache. So come back to here, press F5, then you will see, oh, this one is running. Okay, there's one more thing is, if you cannot start the Apache, try to run this command. If it still fails, then you have to try to close other application which use the default port 80. What does that mean? Okay, at the moment, my Apache is currently start. So if I go to localhost, if I go to localhost, I will see it works. Okay, in my own computer, if I go to localhost, it will show me the IIS. What does that mean? If you want to install the IIS, then you can go to Control Panel, Program, turn Windows feature on or off. Over here, you can install IIS over here. Okay, and IIS also use port 80. So if your computer have IIS and you also install Apache, then you have to ensure to stop the IIS before you install Apache. Let me say again, IIS and the Apache are using port 80. If your computer already have IIS, in this case, you want to install Apache, then you have to stop IIS and then install Apache in order to start Apache. Okay, the reason why it doesn't the reason why you cannot start Apache is because there's other applications are still using port 80, and I'm pretty sure that will be IIS. So you have to stop IIS before you start the Apache. Okay, next. Alright, over here, because my Apache is running, so if I type localhost, I can see it is works. Okay, so if I try to search my IP address, property, I will see my IP address is 192.168.1.49. The other way to check your IP address is in a CMD. You type IP config, means IP configure. So this is my IP address for this computer. So if you type your IP address, yes, it will show the same page. And this is my computer. If I type localhost, it will show me the IIS. But if I type the IP address, that will show me the home page of this virtual machine. Okay, there's one more thing. If I try to change this one okay, why is that it works? It's because in a HTTP document, I think that is called HT document. I can't remember. Okay, it's called let me have a look. Okay, in a HTDOCS means HT document. In a HT document, there's a file is called index.html. If you right click, open that, here it will always say it works. In this case, if you change to it works and the server is running, so what will happen is, if you come to here, you refresh the local host, it will say the server is running. And come to here, it will say the server is running. Come to here, it will say the server is running. Okay, it is because I changed this file. I changed the content of this file. Alright. Oh, and there's one more thing. We have a Apache configuration file which is under config. CONF means configure. So this is our Apache configuration file. And if you want to modify this file, you have to do the backup first. So you copy this, Control V, and then copy this name, type backub So that will become a backup file. Alright, before you change anything, you should always have a backup file for your configuration. Then you right click this, open that, then you can modify if you like. So this is what you should do. Okay, the server name. Alright, as I say, when we try to run HTTPD-T means test, what will happen is it will test my Apache configuration file and display error message if necessary. In this case, that tell me I got some problem with my server name. So I copy the server name and search the server name in a configuration file. I realize I didn't set out the server name because this line is comment. This is the comment symbol. So I delete this symbol and change example.com to localhost. Okay, because I changed the configuration file, so I have to restart my Apache. So I go to the service. I go to the service manager, right click the Apache 24, restart the service. After I done that, I come back to here and type HTTPD-T means test. It will tell me the syntax okay. That means my configuration file has no problem about my syntax. Okay. Alright, so that's everything, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, that's all. Okay, if you install Apache file XAMPP, then your Apache configuration file will in this location. And in the XAMPP, they already give you the server name, which is localhost and the port 80. Let me double check this one. This is the computer that I installed XAMPP. So I can double check for you. Give me just a second. Okay, because I installed the XAMPP, I should be able to go to the C drive and see the XAMPP folder. So this is my C drive. And this is my XAMPP folder, Apache, config, and here is the Apache config. Right click this one, edit. So I can search the server name. Okay, by default, XAMPP will always give you the server name, which is localhost port 80. Okay, so you can copy this into your machine, like what I did. Then you can restart the Apache and try to run HTTPD-T to see if that is syntax okay. That's all. Alright, this is how you install the Apache. I hope you enjoy my tutorial. Have a good day.